There is a moment in every person's life that doesn't look dramatic from the outside. No fireworks, no applause, no announcement, but internally, everything shifts. It's the moment you see something you cannot unsee. The moment you realize you have outgrown the version of yourself who used to hesitate. Because exposure changes you. The moment you learn how to speak, you cannot unknow your voice. The moment you realize you are capable, you cannot go back to believing you're fragile. The moment you understand your strength, pretending to be small starts to feel uncomfortable, not impossible, just dishonest. Because here is something most people never realize. Energy cannot be destroyed. It only changes form. And the same is true for you. The courage you built didn't disappear. The resilience you earned didn't vanish. The strength you developed didn't expire. It became you, quietly, gradually, without asking for permission. And this is where something strange begins to happen. Part of you still reacts like the old version. Still second guessing, still hesitating, still wondering if you are ready, not because you're weak, but because certainty doesn't come from thinking. It comes from action, from seeing evidence. And the evidence only appears when you move. Clarity doesn't come from waiting, it comes from exposure, from stepping into something before you feel fully ready. There is something else most people misunderstand about confidence. Confidence doesn't come from saying the right words. It comes from collecting data. Not through empty affirmations you don't believe, but through lived experience, through moments where you showed up when it would have been easier to disappear, through moments where you stayed, decided, acted, tried. Your brain doesn't trust what you repeat. It trusts what you survive. It trusts what you do. Every time you do something hard, something uncomfortable, something new, your nervous system updates its internal map. It learns, I can handle this. I didn't break. I'm still here. And that's how identity changes. Not through forcing belief, but through proving it to yourself, which is exactly what we are going to talk about next. Because certainty doesn't come from becoming someone else. It comes from remembering who you already are. Because the path doesn't reveal itself to people who stand still. It reveals itself to people who walk. And once you have walked far enough, there is no going back to the version of you who didn't know. You've crossed the threshold, a point of no return. Not because you forced change, but because you became someone new through living. And in the next episode, we're going to talk about something that will restore certainty in a way nothing else can. We are going to look at the life you're living now and recognize it for what it really is, proof. Proof that you have already done hard things. Proof that your future isn't built on hope. It's built on evidence. And once you see it, you will never doubt yourself the same way again.